It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Much of the west will remain well above average this week as an upper-level high begins to build over the southwest and northern Mexico. The greatest threat from the heat will stretch from the central Californian valleys into the portions of southern Nevada and Arizona today, before expanding even further east into southern New Mexico and far west Texas tomorrow. Heat-related advisories and warnings are in place as temperatures soar well into the 100s and nighttime lows between the upper 70s and lower 80s, which will provide very little relief. The risk from the heat is characterized as major, which considers impacts that will be felt by the entire population who are without effective cooling or adequate hydration, not just those individuals more sensitive to heat. Closer to home, temperatures are expected to soar once again in the days ahead. Triple-digit heat will be a daily occurrence for the lowlands, with warmer than normal temperatures extending into the mountains. A few spotty thunderstorms could still develop during the afternoons over the Sacramentos, but most other areas will remain dry. Fire weather concerns will increase across the western areas later this week as winds pick up. The National Weather Service has issued an excessive heat watch in effect for tomorrow through Friday. Be sure to drink plenty of fluids, remain in air-conditioned rooms, and try to stay out of the sun. Also, be sure to check up on neighbors and relatives. Also, and I hate the fact I have to say this, do not leave young children or pets in unattended vehicles. Car interiors will reach lethal temperatures in a matter of minutes. You shouldn't do it anyway, but especially don't do it right now. Monitor the latest forecast for the warnings and updates. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The New Mexico Supreme Court upheld the first-degree murder conviction of an Alamogordo man who killed another man who he found with his on-again, off-again girlfriend. Christopher Hubble appealed his conviction, claiming that the trial judge wrongly denied a requested jury instruction on what was necessary under the law for a justifiable killing in self-defense. State Supreme Court Justice David K. Thompson wrote that the court concluded the evidence offered in the case was not sufficient to warrant an instruction on self-defense. Hubble was sentenced to life in prison in 2022 for killing Harley Benedict after he discovered the man with his ex-girlfriend in the bedroom of a home he owned in 2020. Hubble and the woman previously lived together, but Hubble had since moved out. The court found that Hubble provoked the deadly encounter and made show of potentially deadly force by brandishing an AK-47 and daring Benedict to come outside. The court wrote that in response to the lethal situation the defendant created, no reasonable juror could conclude that the victim's actions in leaving the home and running at the defendant from a distance could have created an apparent danger of death, justifying in a self-defense instruction. There's a bunch of meetings happening this week. This morning at 9, the County Commission is having their regular meeting. The Alamogordo City Commission has their meeting tonight at 6:30. Dee Samuels joins us now to share information about the library board meeting.
The Alamogordo Public Library Advisory Board meeting is on Wednesday from 4 until 5 p.m. at 920 Oregon Avenue. This meeting is open to the public. If you have any questions, please call 575-439-4140. For Alamogordo Town News, I'm Dee Samuels.
The White Sands National Park Visitation Report was released for May of 2024, and it doesn't seem that the numbers are going in the direction that the park would like. Jim Stringer has that report.
The total number of visitors in May was 62,001. That's a 13% decrease from May of last year. To date, visitation is 334,955. That's a 1% decrease from last year. In May, 16 on-site interpretive programs were given to 546 visitors, and 5,297 visitors watched the orientation video in the Visitor Center. The staff swore in 544 new junior rangers. Also, the Sunset Stroll has been temporarily canceled until further notice. If you have any questions, please check the park website at www.nps.gov/White or call 575-479-6124. For Alamogordo Town News, I'm Jim Stringer.
Jim and I worked together around 30 years ago. It's hard to believe it was that long. I was in my 20s, and he was an old geezer even back then. Just kidding. Thank you, Jim, for the contribution. Nothing but love going your way, and we hope to have you on many, many more times. It's time for an introspection with Pastor Johnny Walker.
This is Johnny Walker with Tuesday's Introspection. Just something to think about. A little sunshine for your pockets. Embrace challenges and see them as opportunities for growth. Keep pushing forward. No matter how hard it gets, believe in yourself and your abilities. You have the strength to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Stay focused on your goals and never lose sight of your dreams. You are capable of achieving greatness. Keep moving forward with determination and resilience. Your journey may be tough, but the reward at the end will be worth it. Keep going, keep believing, and never give up. Your future is bright, so keep striving for excellence. Remember, you are unstoppable. Reach for the stars and make your dreams a reality. Your potential is endless, so keep pushing yourself to new heights. The world is full of possibilities, and you have the power to make your dreams come true. Believe in yourself and never settle for anything less than what you deserve. Dream big, work hard, and never give up. Your time is now to shine brightly. This is Johnny Walker with today's introspection. Y'all be blessed, be a blessing. We'll see you back here next week on Crazy Radio.
This introspection from Johnny Walker was sponsored by Welcome Home Realtors.
Roma Livingston's 100th birthday celebration is happening this Wednesday, and the Village of Tularosa would like to invite the public to attend. Please come by the Tularosa Senior Center to wish her a happy birthday and have a piece of cake. Again, that's this Wednesday from noon until 1 at the Tularosa Senior Center. I understand that Miss Roma still mows her own lawn at 100 years of age. Kind of thinking maybe I should give her a call and have her do mine too. Go! News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
42-year-old Joseph Gadman of Tucumcari received a 10-year prison sentence after getting caught by the FBI. Gadman contacted an undercover agent on social media in 2022, and then over text, Gadman showed interest in sexual activity with young children. Gadman then traveled to Albuquerque to meet the children, and the FBI subsequently arrested him. He denied planning on following through with his sexual activity, because of course he did. After facing charges in federal court, Gadman has now received a 10-year sentence. Following his prison sentence, he's going to have to serve 10 years of supervised release and register as a sex offender. Sunland Park Fire found another body in the desert yesterday afternoon around 2:25. Sunland Park Fire assisted Donna Ana County Fire Rescue, Donna Ana County Sheriff's Office, and the Office of the Medical Investigator with a body recovery in the desert off the Pete Domenici Highway and New Mexico Highway 9. A police shooting occurred after a stolen vehicle response at a drugstore in Espanola. That occurred on Sunday evening. 2 police officers with the Espanola Police Department approached the vehicle and its driver, who tried to leave the area. This led one of the officers, the building, and another vehicle being struck. In response, at least one of the police officers fired off a shot, which resulted in the suspect being hit by a gunshot round. The suspect was hospitalized, and the current condition is not yet known. One officer was injured and treated medically in the area prior to release. Both of the officers involved in the police shooting are on standard administrative leave. The New Mexico State Police was contacted and currently investigating this shooting. Agents with the Investigations Bureau went into the area of the shooting to independently investigate the series of events. A Rio Rancho man is facing an attempted murder charge after police say he attempted to kill his adult son. Police say they received reports of a man, later identified as Vincent Busquema, yelling and shooting a gun into a home in an area west of the Rio Rancho Event Center. The homeowners were injured from the shooting, while 2 kids inside the home were not harmed. According to police, one of the homeowners said the shooter was her father-in-law. She says the suspect and her husband got into a fight before the shooting. Beskema was later found and taken into custody. He faces attempted murder, aggravated battery, and 2 counts of child abuse. The Donna Ana County Sheriff's Office will conduct sobriety checkpoints and saturation patrols through the end of June. This is opposed to putting any real effort in reducing the number of crashes, injuries, and deaths caused by drunk driving. Look, go look for the drunks. Police catch drunks on days and nights that there are no checkpoints. As a matter of fact, numbers show, oftentimes, they catch more. Can't we just do that? The sheriff is not releasing the locations of these checkpoints, but will freely stomp all over your Fourth Amendment rights. Officer Jordan Hernandez with the Albuquerque Police Department is on administrative leave after being arrested for DWI. Hernandez was arrested after a New Mexico State police officer saw him drive at a high rate of speed. No mention of a checkpoint needed. An internal investigation is currently being undertaken. Last week, incumbent U.S. Senator Martin Heinrich won the Democratic Party election in New Mexico. He's running now against Republican candidate Nella Domenici. Heinrich appeared on MSNBC's Morning Joe, who wanted to know how he felt climate policies were going to influence this election.
Well, I think we actually have an enormous opportunity on the Democratic side with respect to climate change and connecting with young voters. The legislation that we passed with respect to energy and climate in the last Congress was the biggest progress that we've ever seen on this front. But young voters don't know very much about it yet. And so for candidates who are willing to explain just how much we got done, how we basically created industrial policy to build the clean energy manufacturing plants of the future, it really gives us an opportunity with young voters, which is, obviously has been a challenging block.
Okay. Is the climate changing? Yes. Did mankind cause it? I don't know. And truthfully, neither does anybody else. Can we alter or stop it? Again, I don't know. And neither does anybody else. We've done some stupid things to this planet. Smog in California, remember that? Acid rain, the Salton Sea, lead in our gasoline. We can go on and on. But the thing is, we have made changes so that these will not be repeated. But in changing the climate of the planet, I just don't know if we're capable of it one way or the other. Weather's next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
This is Lieutenant William Skaggs with Alamogordo Fire Department. Have you seen that we're updating the City of Alamogordo's local hazard mitigation plan? What does this mean for our community? This means our community has a chance to provide information to Alamogordo Fire Department so we can properly plan for hazards within our community. We need feedback from the community to make sure our plan is up to date. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact Chief Jerry Ramirez at Alamogordo Fire Department, or you, the stakeholder in our community, can go to alamogordofd.com or the City of Alamogordo website and take the individualized survey to provide us with information to update our plan.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting as high as 12 miles per hour, mostly clear skies tonight. Sunny and hot tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 11 miles per hour. The National Weather Service has issued an excessive heat watch. Your high today in the basin, 96. Low tonight of 69. High tomorrow, 101. In Cloudcroft, increasing cloudiness today with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 18 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight. Winds gusting as high as 14. Sunny tomorrow. There's a 20% chance of showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 15 miles per hour. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 73. Low tonight of 51. High tomorrow, 78 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel, because that's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way, you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.